Hello, English learners. Welcome back to Life Talk English. I'm Nico.
And I'm Elisa.
Today's topic is one we know a lot of you have asked for, talking to clients as a freelancer.
Whether you're a designer, writer, editor, or even a voice actor, at some point you'll need to speak to a client. And yep, in English.
And this might be harder than it sounds, because when you're freelancing, you are the business. That first conversation, it can make or break the deal.
No pressure, right?
Liking what you hear? Hit that like button and subscribe to join us for more, but only if this is your kind of learning.
And hey, where are you listening from right now? Drop your location and local time in the comments. We love knowing where you're tuning in from.
Now, settle in, maybe grab a notebook or just relax with your headphones on, and let's ease into today's English journey together. All right, imagine this. You're about to hop on a video call with a potential client. Maybe someone you met on Upwork, Fiverr, LinkedIn, wherever. What do you say first?
Hey!
Okay, technically that works, but let's try something a little smoother, like...
Hi, it's great to meet you. Thanks for taking the time to chat today.
Exactly. Professional, friendly, no drama.
And if you're a bit nervous, you can say, Hi, I'm really glad we could connect. I've been looking forward to learning more about your project.
Ooh, that one's gold. You're making it about them, which instantly builds trust.
Want a little script to start? Try this combo. Hi, I'm your name, a freelance, your role. I specialize in your focus, and I'd love to know more about how I can help.
You see what Elisa did there? She kept it short, simple, but clear. No long, rambling bios.
Yep, you don't need to explain your whole resume. That comes later if they ask.
Now, one small but powerful phrase. Can you tell me a bit about what you're looking for?
That's such a friendly way to flip the spotlight, because the truth is, they want to talk about their project.
And you want them to feel seen. This isn't an interview, it's a collaboration.
Here's a rhythm I like. Greet, introduce yourself, thank them, ask them to tell you more.
Let's act it out. I'll be the freelancer, you be the client.
Okay.
Hi, Lisa. It's nice to meet you. I'm Nico, a freelance graphic designer. Thanks for scheduling this call. I'd love to hear more about your vision for the brand.
Ooh, nice. I already trust you.
You should. I brought snacks.
No, seriously, though, tone matters a lot here. Even simple words can sound warm or cold, depending on how you say them.
Yep. A flat, robotic, hello, I am a designer. I have 10 years of experience, just doesn't land well.
Instead, breathe, smile. You can even stand up during the call if that helps you sound more open.
Also, it's okay to admit you're not a native speaker. Just be confident. Like, English isn't my first language, but I'm comfortable discussing projects.
I love that. You're setting expectations, but still showing confidence.
So, let's review some useful client-ready phrases. Hi, it's great to meet you. Thanks for taking the time to connect. I'm a freelance role, and I'd love to hear more. Can you tell me a bit about your project?
And don't forget this little power line. I want to make sure I understand your goals clearly.
That phrase, super useful. Use it when you feel a bit confused but don't want to sound negative.
You could even say, would it be okay if I asked a few questions to better understand the project?
Exactly. See how polite that sounds?
Another tip, don't rush. Let them talk. Listen more than you speak in the beginning.
And remember, a calm start sets the tone for the whole relationship.
Even if it's just a quick email reply, you can still be warm. Like, hi, thanks so much for reaching out. I'd be happy to learn more.
Nice one. Or, I'd love to hear what you're looking for and how I can support your project.
These lines are flexible. You can use them on Zoom, Google Meet, or even in a message.
Before we wrap this first section, let's sprinkle in a little cultural note.
Yes, in English-speaking freelance culture, politeness and clarity are huge. Being friendly isn't a weakness. It's seen as professional.
And people don't always go straight to business. A few seconds of casual talk like, how's your week been? Or, hope your day's going well, is normal.
But don't overdo it. Just one friendly sentence at the start helps set the tone.
So, your homework? Practice introducing yourself in 1 or 2 smooth sentences. Record yourself if you want.
You'll be surprised how much more natural it sounds after just a few tries.
In the next section, we'll go deeper into small talk, how to use it to build trust, not just fill silence.
Oh, I've got some funny stories for that one.
I can't wait.
All right, so now that you've introduced yourself and opened the conversation, what comes next?
Small talk, that mysterious part of English conversations where you talk about, not work.
It sounds pointless, but actually it's powerful.
Yep, in freelance relationships, small talk builds connection. It shows your client that you're human, approachable, and attentive.
Let's picture this. You just joined a video call. The client is adjusting their mic, looking around, maybe sipping their coffee. That's your moment to say, "Hey, how's your day going so far?"
Or, hope the weather's nicer on your side. It doesn't have to be deep, just light and easy.
It's like stretching before a workout. You're not in the heavy business talk yet. You're warming up.
And it helps you both feel more relaxed, especially if there's a time zone difference or a slight language barrier.
You know what I always say at the start of a call? Hope I'm not catching you at a bad time.
Ooh, good one. It shows you respect their schedule.
And if they're in a different country, I sometimes ask, what time is it for you right now?
That's smart. It shows you're thoughtful about time zones, and it opens the door to more conversation.
Right. Like, if they say it's 6 a.m. here, you can go, whoa, you're starting early today.
And now you're laughing, connecting, and not just talking money.
Let's break down a few safe, friendly, small talk phrases.
Sure. Here's a good list for starting a conversation. How's your day going? Hope your week's off to a good start. Has it been a busy one for you? Where are you calling from today? Is it hot where you are? It's boiling here.
All of those help make the mood softer. And guess what? Even one sentence of small talk can shift the energy.
Absolutely. It says, hey, I see you as a person, not just a paycheck.
Exactly. And it helps the harder parts of freelancing, like money or deadlines, feel easier later.
Let's do a quick role play. I'll be the client. You be the freelancer.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, Elisa. Nice to meet you. Can you hear me okay?
Hi. Yes, I hear you loud and clear. How's your morning going?
Not bad. It's still early here.
Early calls are rough. I've got my coffee ready. How about you?
Same here. Gotta love caffeine.
And boom! Now we're human friends.
Okay, now here's a little English language tip. In small talk, intonation really matters.
Oh, yes. You can say, nice to meet you, in 2 very different ways.
One sounds warm and friendly. Nice to meet you.
And the other sounds bored or rushed. Nice to meet you.
Practice your tone. Even if your grammar isn't perfect, your energy can make a huge difference.
Another thing, use connecting phrases to keep small talk flowing. Like, oh, I know what you mean. That sounds interesting. Really? Tell me more.
These don't just work in casual talk. They train you to be a better communicator overall.
You'll also notice cultural differences. For example, in American or UK freelance culture, a few minutes of small talk is normal and expected.
Whereas in some cultures, People go straight to business.
That's true. So if small talk feels awkward to you, don't worry. It's a skill you can learn.
And if you're unsure what to say, start with the weather. It's the oldest trick in the book.
I heard it's raining in London today. Oh, wow. It's 40 degrees Celsius here in Delhi. Easy and safe.
All right, let's give our listeners a little structure again. A good small talk formula might be greet, make a friendly comment, weather, time, coffee, ask a light question, listen, and respond.
And here's your little English booster. Don't be afraid to repeat key words. Like,
Client says, "It's been a busy morning."
you reply, busy mornings are the worst, right? Boom. Connection.
Repeating part of their sentence shows you're listening and makes the conversation smoother.
You could also say, I can relate to that. Same here. Oh yeah, I've been there.
And just like that, you've made the interaction feel friendly and safe.
Okay, final cultural tip for this section. Some people say small talk is fake, but it's not.
No, not at all. It's social glue, a sign of emotional intelligence.
And even if you mess up a word or grammar, most clients won't care as long as you're kind and clear.
So, what's your homework today?
All right, try 5 new small talk openers. Write them down or practice them out loud.
Talk to your mirror, your cat, your coffee mug.
Or leave them in the comments below. We'd love to read what you come up with.
In the next section, we'll move into asking better questions, because that's where real collaboration begins.
And we'll show you how to ask without sounding like a robot. See you there.
So, you've made a nice first impression.
You've had a little friendly small talk, maybe even bonded over the weather or your mutual love of coffee.
And now, it's time to get to work.
But don't jump into your sales pitch just yet. First, you need to understand what the client actually needs.
That means asking the right questions, clearly, politely, and naturally.
Because if you don't ask, you might end up doing 10 hours of work on the wrong thing.
Oof, been there.
Me too. That's why we want you to learn how to ask project-related questions without sounding pushy or confused.
Think of this like detective work. You're Sherlock Holmes, but polite.
Yes, English-speaking freelancers often use open-ended questions to get more detailed answers.
So instead of asking, "Do you want this in red?" you might say, "Can you tell me more about the style or color you're imagining?"
That way, the client doesn't just say yes or no, they explain.
Here are some excellent client questions to keep in your toolkit. What's your main goal for this project?
Who is your target audience?
Do you have any examples of what you like?
Are there any specific things you'd like me to avoid?
So useful. And my favorite, how will you measure success when the project is done?
Oh, that's a deep one. Clients love that question. It shows you care about their outcome.
Let's break it down. That's also where the grammar tip for this section comes in. How to use soft, polite question forms in English.
Yeah, instead of saying, what do you want?
You say, "Would you mind telling me more about what you're looking for?"
Or, could you walk me through the timeline you have in mind?
These polite forms start with, "Would you mind?"
Could you?
Do you think?
Is there a chance?
Want to practice with a little mini role play again?
Always. Who's who?
I'll be the freelancer this time. Let's go. Thanks for explaining the general idea. Could you tell me more about your audience? Who are we designing this for?
Sure. Mostly women between 25 and 40 who shop online.
Got it. And what kind of style do you imagine? More modern or more cozy?
cozy, but still clean.
Great. Would it be helpful if I sent a few sample layouts before starting?
Yes, that would be amazing.
Boom. Efficient, respectful, and smooth.
Here's a tip for freelancers who feel nervous. Write your questions down before the meeting.
Yes, you don't have to memorize them. You can literally say, I've written down a few questions to make sure I understand your project well.
That actually looks professional, not inexperienced.
Also, when you don't understand something, don't fake it. Ask.
Try just to clarify. Or, could you repeat that last part?
Or even, I want to make sure I get this right. Are you saying...
Clients appreciate that. It means you care about accuracy.
And hey, you don't have to understand every word the client says. You just need to understand the core idea.
Let's talk about a common fear, sounding too formal or too casual.
Great point. If you're too casual, it might sound unprofessional. Too formal, you sound robotic.
Try to balance with natural language. For example, too formal, please be so kind as to share your intended objectives.
Too casual, so what do you want me to do?
Natural. Could you tell me more about what you'd like to achieve?
That middle ground is your sweet spot.
Also, notice how we say, tell me more, or walk me through. Those are gentle ways to say, explain it to me.
Let's not forget the motivational moment for today. Asking questions isn't a sign of weakness.
It's a sign of professional curiosity. Good freelancers ask a lot of questions.
Because when you really understand the client's vision, your job becomes easier and the client feels heard.
So, don't just say, okay, I'll do it.
Say, let me make sure I understand what you're envisioning.
And don't be afraid to say, I might have a few follow-up questions after I take a closer look.
That's honest. It gives you room to think and it shows you're thoughtful.
You're not a machine. You're a collaborator.
So, now that you've asked your questions, you understand the client's needs a little better.
And now the spotlight turns to you.
Time to shine, freelancer.
This section is all about how to describe what you do clearly, confidently, and naturally in English.
A lot of people get stuck here. You either say too little and sound unsure,
Or you say way too much and sound like a walking resume.
so let's help you find the sweet spot.
Imagine the client says, okay, so tell me what you do exactly.
Don't panic. Take a breath.
Then start with something short and clear, like, I'm a freelance video editor, and I help content creators turn raw footage into polished, engaging videos.
Love that. It's not just what you do, it's also why it matters.
Exactly. You're not just saying your title, you're showing the value you bring.
Let's try some helpful templates.
If you're a writer, you could say, I write blog posts and product descriptions that help businesses connect with their audience.
If you're a translator, I help companies reach global customers by translating their content from English to Spanish.
Or a web developer. I build fast, clean websites for small businesses so they can grow online.
Each one answers, what do I do and why should the client care?
And all of them are under 20 seconds. That's key.
You want to give a bite-sized intro. The details can come later.
Let's also talk about tone. You don't need to sound super formal. It's okay to say things like, I mainly focus on. Most of my clients come to me for. I love helping people with.
It feels more natural that way. It sounds like a conversation, not a corporate pitch.
Here's a grammar tip. Use the present simple when describing your services. I design logos. I manage social media. I create illustrations.
And if you want to add some credibility, try using I've worked with or I've helped clients like.
For example, I've helped startups build their brand identity from scratch. Or I've worked with podcasters who needed help editing weekly episodes.
Let's role play again.
You're the freelancer, I'm the client.
Sure. So I'm a freelance motion designer. I create animated videos that help businesses explain their products in a fun, visual way.
Cool. And do you usually work with tech companies?
Yeah, mostly startups. I've worked with several SaaS brands recently, turning their features into short animated explainers.
Nice. That's exactly what we're looking for.
See how easy and conversational that was?
You explained your services without listing every single skill or software.
Here's another pro tip. Show enthusiasm. Even a simple line like, I really enjoy helping clients shape their brand story.
That little sentence makes you sound warm, motivated, and real.
Because let's be honest, clients don't just want a skill. They want someone who cares.
Oh, and don't forget about examples.
Yes, you can say, I recently worked on a logo for a local cafe. They wanted something fun and modern, and we came up with a great design together.
You're not just showing skills, you're telling a mini success story.
Okay, quick vocab moment. Instead of saying, I'm good at, try, I specialize in, I focus on, my main area is.
And instead of saying, I know how to, try, I have experience with, or I've worked on projects involving.
These phrases sound more professional and more natural in freelance English.
And they leave space for follow-up. The client can say, oh, tell me more about that.
Which is exactly what you want. Curiosity equals connection.
Let's talk about what not to do.
Yes. Don't say, I can do anything. Just tell me what you want.
Nope, that sounds desperate. Instead, show confidence by being focused.
You can say, I mostly work on your type of work, but I'm happy to discuss anything else you have in mind.
It shows you have a core skill set, but you're also flexible.
Another don't. Avoid long lists of tools. You don't need to say, I know Post Effects, Illustrator, Premiere, After Effects, Lightroom, InDesign.
No client wants to hear that.
Instead, say, I use the Adobe suite to bring visual ideas to life.
Boom. Clear and calm.
So, your homework for this section?
Write a 20-second introduction about your freelance service.
Use one of our templates if you need to.
Record yourself saying it, listen back, smile while you speak.
And test it out on a real person or in the mirror.
In the next section, we'll talk about a big one, money talk.
Yep, how to talk about pricing without sounding nervous or greedy.
You'll want to be here for that. Okay, it's time. The part everyone dreads.
Yep, the money talk.
How much do you charge? Do you offer discounts? Can you do it cheaper?
That one always stings. But don't worry, we've got your back.
In this section, we'll help you talk about money in English with clarity, calmness, and zero guilt.
Because here's the truth. If you're providing value, you deserve to be paid.
Say that again for the people in the back.
If you're providing value, you deserve to be paid.
Okay, let's say you've just explained your service. The client likes you. Then comes the question, so, what's your rate?
That's your moment. Breathe and respond confidently.
You could say, for this type of project, my standard rate is $400.
Simple. Clear. No need to explain your rent or your groceries.
If it's hourly, try, I charge $30 per hour for design work. I usually estimate how many hours it'll take upfront.
Or for packages. I offer 3 design packages. Based on what we've discussed, I think the middle one would be a good fit. That's $500.
See how calm that sounds?
The key is, say it like it's normal, because it is.
Quick grammar tip. Use present simple again when stating your rates. I charge. My rate is. That includes.
And avoid uncertain words like, I usually charge. It depends. Maybe around.
Those phrases make it sound like your rate is negotiable or like you aren't sure.
If you need flexibility, say it with strength. Like, my standard rate is $300, but I'm open to discussing custom options if needed.
So much better. You're showing professionalism and flexibility.
Let's give our listeners some helpful money-related phrases. For this project, my rate would be, that includes how many revisions and delivery by date. If you need more rounds of revision, I can offer them at an hourly rate. I typically ask for a 50% upfront deposit. Invoices are sent via PayPal or bank transfer, whichever you prefer.
Oh, I love that last one. You're giving options without sounding passive.
And you're also teaching your client how you work.
Let's try a money moment role play. You be the freelancer.
All right. So based on the scope, my fee for this project would be $600. That includes the main design, 2 rounds of revision, and final delivery in both PNG and source file formats.
Okay, and when would payment be due?
I usually do 50% upfront and the remaining 50% on delivery. I'll send an invoice through PayPal. Does that work for you?
Yes, that sounds perfect.
Let's talk about discounts. What if a client says, can you do it for less?
First, don't panic.
Second, don't get defensive. This is very common in freelancing.
Try this. I totally understand the need to stay on budget. I've priced this based on the time and work involved, but I'm happy to explore a smaller version of the project if that helps.
Brilliant. You're not lowering your worth, you're adjusting the scope.
Or say, my rates reflect the quality and experience I bring. That said, I'm open to chatting about ways to align with your budget.
That shows you're confident and collaborative.
What if a client tries to make you feel bad, like, we can get someone cheaper elsewhere?
Ah, the classic guilt bomb. Here's a calm reply. I understand, and I encourage you to go with whoever feels like the best fit for your project and budget. If you change your mind, I'd be happy to help.
Bravo. You didn't argue, you didn't beg, you stayed professional.
It's not personal, it's business. And if you stay calm, you win either way.
Now, let's gently shift into talking about invoices and payments.
A few clear phrases go a long way here. I'll send over an invoice by the end of the day. Please let me know once the payment has been sent. Once the deposit is received, I'll begin work.
And always, always confirm the payment method. Do you prefer Payoneer, PayPal, or bank transfer? Let me know if you need my account details or tax info.
The earlier you set this up, the smoother everything goes.
Motivational moment?
Let's do it.
You are not being rude by talking about money.
You're being clear, and clients respect that.
When you avoid the money topic, confusion happens, and confusion equals stress.
So, practice saying your prices out loud with confidence, even if you whisper them to your coffee cup.
My rate is $500. See? Easy.
Your worth isn't up for debate, and good clients will see that.
Okay, homework time. Write down your pricing phrases like, my rate is. That includes. Payment is due.
Practice saying them in front of a mirror or into a voice memo. Bonus, create a simple pricing FAQ you can copy and paste into emails.
Trust us, once you get comfortable saying it, you'll feel so much freer.
Next time, we'll tackle revisions, the polite way to say, no, I'm not changing it for the 12th time.
Oh yes, boundaries and kindness. It's gonna be good.
Okay, you've sent the work,
You're proud, it's done.
And then, ding! Can we just make a few small changes?
A few small changes. Famous last words.
In this section, we'll help you handle revisions politely, professionally, and with your sanity intact.
Because yes, revisions are normal, but unlimited revisions, that's a problem.
First tip, set expectations early. Before you even start, say, this package includes 2 rounds of revisions. Additional edits after that will be charged at $25 per hour. I'll send a first draft, then we'll do 1 round of revisions based on your feedback.
That way, clients know what to expect, and you avoid that endless back and forth.
It's all about clear boundaries right from the beginning.
Let's break down some useful phrases to handle revisions. If the client sends small feedback within the limit, thanks for the notes. I'll make those changes and send the updated version by Friday.
Great! I'll include these in the second round of revisions.
If they ask for something that wasn't included, that change goes beyond the original scope, but I'd be happy to do it for an additional $50. This would be considered a new task. Would you like me to send a quick quote for that?
See how respectful that sounds. You're not saying no, you're saying yes with the condition.
Let's say a client keeps asking for changes, round after round.
Stay cool. Try this. I want to make sure you're happy with the result. Just a reminder, this will be the final round of revisions included in this project.
Or if they keep going past that, I'd be happy to continue working on edits beyond this point at my hourly rate of $25.
If they say, but you said unlimited revisions, ouch, you can clarify with, in my standard process, I include 2 revision rounds to ensure quality and avoid confusion. After that, we usually work by the hour for extra edits.
A little bonus phrase I love is, let's focus on what's most important to you in this next round of edits.
That's perfect when a client is overwhelmed or unsure. You're helping them prioritize.
And you're guiding the process, like the expert you are.
Let's talk about tone. When you say revision, make it sound friendly, not annoyed.
Sure, I can update that.
I'll adjust the color and spacing as requested.
Thanks for the feedback. I appreciate your attention to detail.
But also, if something is subjective, you can politely push back. I can try that version, but in my experience, the original might read better visually. Would you like to compare both?
Clients love when you show expert judgment, not just obedience.
Let's do a quick role play. You be the client.
Okay. Hey, can we just try it in blue and also green and maybe red too? Just to see.
I can definitely try 1 alternate color version. After that, additional versions can be done at my hourly rate. Want me to send a quick quote?
That was graceful and firm. I love it. One last thing. What if the client says, I'm still not happy with it?
Deep breath, stay calm. You can say, let's review your feedback together and identify the specific areas you'd like to improve. Or if the vision has changed from the original plan, we can discuss a new direction as a separate project.
That second one is gold. If the client suddenly wants something totally new, you're allowed to say, this is now a different project.
Yes, you're not a mind reader or a magician. You're a pro.
Motivational moment?
Here we go.
Revisions don't mean you failed. They're just part of the process.
But endless revisions mean your process needs boundaries.
Set the rules, stick to them, and communicate clearly.
You are not rude for charging extra. You're respecting your time.
Because when you treat your work like it matters, others will too.
Time for your homework.
Write your revision policy in 2 to 3 clear sentences. Example, my package includes 2 rounds of revisions. Any additional edits are billed at $25 per hour. I'm happy to adjust the scope if needed.
Bonus tip. Put this in your contracts, emails, even your portfolio site.
Next time, we'll dive into ending projects professionally, how to say goodbye, get testimonials, and leave doors open for future work.
Can't wait for that one.
See you then.
can direct a voice, create realistic dialogue, and so much more. Edit these placeholders to get started.
You did the work. You delivered. The client's happy.
So now what? You just disappear? Ghost them? Say, cool, thanks, bye.
Nope. Today, we're teaching you how to wrap up a project like a professional and leave a door open for more work in the future.
Because how you end the project is just as important as how you start it.
Step 1. Send a final delivery message.
First, send a clear, polite final message. You can say, "Hi, client. Here is the final version of the project as discussed. Please find attached all final files, including list of items. Let me know if everything looks good. If so, we can wrap up the project."
It's polite, it's clear, it shows you care, but it also signals this is the end.
Yep, don't just drop the files and vanish. Communicate.
Step 2. Confirm completion and say thank you.
Once the client says, "Yes, this is perfect," you can say, "Wonderful. I'm glad you're happy with the results. Thanks so much for the opportunity to work together."
It was a pleasure working with you. I hope we can collaborate again.
Gratitude goes a long way. It shows professionalism and good energy.
Step 3. Ask for a testimonial the right way.
Want more clients? Then you need testimonials. But don't beg. Ask politely. Try this. "If you're happy with the work, would you be open to writing a short testimonial for my portfolio or LinkedIn? I'd really appreciate a quick review if you have a moment. Just 1 to 2 lines would be great."
Make it easy. Some freelancers even send a sample like, "Working with your name was smooth and professional. I loved the final result."
Clients are busy. Help them help you.
Step 4. Talk payment if you haven't already.
If you're still waiting on payment, remind them firmly but politely. As we wrap up, just a reminder that the final invoice is due by date. Please let me know once the payment has been sent. Thanks again. Once payment is received, I'll send over the source files.
Always stay calm, professional. No guilt trips, just facts.
Bonus, offer a next step. If you liked working with the client, say so and keep the door open. I'd be happy to help with future updates or similar projects. If you need support again down the road, don't hesitate to reach out. I also offer monthly maintenance packages if that's something you'd like to explore.
This is called planting the seed for future work.
Exactly. You don't just want a client, you want a relationship.
What if they go silent?
Let's be real. Sometimes clients ghost you after you send the final work.
Annoying, but don't panic. Here's how to follow up politely.
Just checking in to see if everything looks good with the final files. Let me know if there's anything else needed to wrap things up. Friendly reminder, the final invoice is due by date. Please confirm once paid.
If they still don't reply after a few days, send one final message. Since I haven't heard back, I'll consider the project complete as of date. Feel free to reach out if anything comes up later.
That keeps it professional, but sets boundaries.
Role-play time. You be the freelancer, I'll be the client. Nico, as client. Thanks for everything. Files look great.
Elisa, as freelancer. Fantastic! I really enjoyed working with you. If you're open to it, I'd love a short testimonial. And feel free to reach out for future projects.
Perfect. Smooth, confident, professional.
Final thoughts. A strong ending leads to repeat business, referrals, and better reviews.
And even if it's just one project, you leave a great impression.
Here's your motivation moment. Don't just be a freelancer, be unforgettable. Finish strong, say thank you, ask for reviews, leave the door open.
Homework time. Nico, write a short project wrap-up message you could send to a client. Example. Hi, client. I've attached the final version of the design. Let me know if everything looks good. If so, we can wrap it up. Thanks again. It was great working with you.
Bonus, add a line asking for a testimonial or future work.
Next episode, we'll cover something very real: how to deal with difficult clients. Ooh.
That's going to be a good one. See you next time.
Okay, let's be honest. Not every client is a dream client.
Some are confusing, some are demanding, some just make you want to scream into a pillow.
But you can't do that in the email.
Right. Today, we'll teach you how to stay calm, clear, and professional even when your client isn't.
First things first, let's talk about what difficult really means.
It could be a client who constantly changes their mind, sends vague or unclear instructions, delays feedback but demands fast results, gets upset over small things, tries to get extra work for free.
You're not alone. Every freelancer has dealt with this at some point.
The trick is to use calm, clear English that protects your boundaries. Here are some phrases that help.
If a client keeps changing the scope, say, "Thanks for the update. Just to confirm, this is outside the original agreement. Would you like me to send a quote for the additional work?" Or, "I'd be happy to help with the extra changes. Let's discuss the cost and timeline."
That sounds polite, but you're also saying, I won't work for free.
When clients get angry,
What if a client sends a rude or angry message?
first, don't react emotionally. Take a breath. Then try something like, "I understand your concerns and appreciate the feedback." Or, "Let's clarify what's needed so I can deliver the best results." Or, "Can you please explain what part you're unhappy with? I'll do my best to fix it." Notice we're not apologizing for existing. We're offering a solution.
When instructions are vague, if a client sends unclear feedback like, make it better or I don't like it, say, can you tell me more about what's not working for you? Would you prefer a different color, layout, or tone? A few examples would help. Or, I'd love to revise this, but I need more direction to get it right.
Always ask questions. Dig deeper. Stay calm.
Push back against unreasonable deadlines.
What if they say, "Can you finish this by tonight?"
You can say, unfortunately, I'm fully booked today. I can deliver by date. Will that work? Or, I want to give this project the time it deserves. Let's schedule delivery for date. Or, rushing might affect the quality. If it's urgent, I can prioritize it for an additional fee.
Set the tone. You're not an emergency button. They need to respect your time.
Dealing with scope creep. That's when the client keeps adding little things like, can you also make a logo real quick? Or, oh, can you just do one more version? Or, also, can you edit this text too?
You can say, "I'd be happy to help with that. It would be a new task, so I'll send a quick quote." Or, "Let's treat that as a separate mini project. Shall I send you the details?" Or, "I can take this on next week if that works for your timeline."
Professional doesn't mean saying yes to everything. It means saying no nicely.
Role play time. I'll be the difficult client. You be the calm freelancer. "This isn't what I wanted. I don't like it. Just do it again."
I'm sorry to hear that. I'd love to improve it for you. Can you tell me exactly what didn't meet your expectations? A little more detail would really help.
Smooth. Not defensive, but not passive either.
What if it's too much?
If a client is truly toxic, disrespectful, dishonest, or draining, you're allowed to walk away. Here's a polite way to end the project. "After reviewing our collaboration so far, I don't think I'm the right fit for this project. I'll send over any final files and close things from my side." Or, I appreciate the opportunity to work with you, but I feel it's best we part ways. I'll return the remaining amount and wish you success going forward. Or, for future communication, I'd recommend working with someone who aligns better with your expectations.
You don't need to argue. You don't need to explain everything. Just exit with grace.
Final thoughts. Difficult clients are a test, not just of your English, but your mindset.
Stay cool, set boundaries, and use language that's confident, respectful, and clear.
Remember, you're not just a freelancer. You're a business owner. You get to choose who you work with.
Homework time. Write 3 polite ways to push back on a last-minute request. Example, thanks for your message. I'm currently booked for the day, but I can deliver this by Thursday morning. Would that work for you?
And practice this phrase out loud. I understand your concern. Let's find a solution that works for both of us.
In our next episode, something all freelancers struggle with.
How to say where you can direct a voice, create realistic dialogue, and so much more. Edit these placeholders to get started.
So here we are, the big one, saying no.
The hardest word in freelancing, but also the most powerful.
Saying no protects your time, energy, and sanity.
And yes, you can say no without sounding rude or burning bridges.
Why saying no matters.
When you say yes to everything, you end up overwhelmed.
That leads to burnout, missed deadlines, and unhappy clients.
Saying no helps you focus on the work that really matters.
Plus, it shows professionalism and respect for yourself.
How to say no politely. Here are some phrases to help you say no gently. Thank you so much for thinking of me, but I won't be able to take this on right now. I appreciate the offer, but I'm currently fully booked. This project isn't the best fit for my skills, but I'm happy to recommend someone else. I need to focus on my current commitments, so I can't take on additional work at the moment.
Notice the positive tone and gratitude up front. That softens the no.
Offering alternatives. Saying no doesn't mean shutting the door.
You can offer helpful alternatives like, I can't do this project, but I know a great freelancer who might be a good fit. I won't be available for this deadline, but I can recommend someone who can help. This isn't my specialty, but I'd be happy to connect you with a colleague.
This shows you're helpful, not just saying no to avoid work.
When you need more time to decide.
Sometimes you might want to say, I need to check my schedule.
Totally normal. You can say, thanks for the offer. Can I get back to you by day or time after reviewing my current projects? I want to make sure I can give this project the attention it deserves. Let me confirm and get back to you soon.
This buys you time without committing.
Role play time.
You're the freelancer. I'm the client. Now, can you take on this rush project for me? It's really urgent.
Thanks for thinking of me. Unfortunately, I'm fully booked this week and won't be able to give your project the focus it deserves. I'd hate to deliver anything less than my best.
Smooth, honest, respectful.
What not to do.
Don't say, no, I can't. Too blunt. I'm too busy. Sounds like an excuse. Ignore the request. That's rude.
Always respond with kindness and clarity.
Bonus tip. Use no and statements.
Instead of just no, try, I can't take this project, but I can help with smaller tasks. I'm not available, and I know someone who might be. I can't meet that deadline, and I can deliver next week if that works.
No and softens the no and offers a next step.
Final motivation. Saying no isn't rejection, it's protection.
Protect your time so you can say yes to the right projects.
And remember, good clients will respect your boundaries.
Homework time. Write a polite no you can use in emails or messages. For example, thank you for the offer, but I'm currently focusing on other projects and won't be able to help at this time.
Practice saying it out loud until it feels natural and confident.
Next time, we'll wrap up our series with a cozy chat on how to keep growing as a freelancer and English learner.
Can't wait. See you soon.
Wow, we've covered a lot, haven't we?
From talking to clients, handling money, setting boundaries, to saying no like a pro.
Today, let's talk about the bigger picture. How to keep growing, not just as a freelancer, but as an English learner too.
Freelancing is a journey. You learn from every client, every project, every mistake.
And your English will grow with every conversation, email, and meeting.
The key? Consistency. Little steps every day.
Here's one tip. Practice active listening.
That means really paying attention when clients speak or write.
Notice their phrases, expressions, and how they ask questions or give feedback.
Then try to use some of those words or phrases in your replies.
Another tip, build your own freelance English toolkit.
What's that?
A collection of phrases, templates, and vocabulary you use often.
Like your I charge or thank you for your feedback sentences.
Exactly. Having these ready makes you confident and faster.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Mistakes are proof you're trying, and every mistake is a chance to learn.
Keep a notebook or voice memo of new words and phrases you discover.
Also, connect with other freelancers.
Join online groups, forums, or local meetups.
Sharing experiences helps you grow, and you'll find support when things get tough.
And finally, remember to take care of you.
Freelancing can be stressful. English learning can be tiring.
Take breaks, celebrate small wins, and reward yourself for progress.
You deserve that.
Let's finish with a little motivational note. Your English and freelance skills are like plants. They grow with water, sunlight, and care. Some days they grow fast, other days slow, but with patience and love, you'll bloom.
So keep nurturing your skills every day. You're doing amazing.
Homework? Keep practicing your freelance English toolkit.
Record yourself talking to an imaginary client about your services or pricing.
Listen back. Smile. Notice your progress.
And keep tuning in to Life Talk English for more chats like this.
Thanks so much for joining us on this journey.
We hope you feel more confident talking to clients in English now.
Remember, you're not alone and every step counts.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep shining. You've just completed a wonderful journey through the world of freelancing English. From talking to clients, discussing money, managing revisions, to setting clear boundaries, you've gathered practical phrases and confident ways to communicate in real situations. That's a big accomplishment.
Remember, learning English for freelancing isn't about perfection. It's about connection. It's about expressing your value clearly and kindly so clients understand and respect you. You've practiced saying important things like your rates, how to say no politely, and how to close projects smoothly. Each phrase you've learned is a tool to help you build trust and professionalism in your freelance career.
It's okay if it feels challenging sometimes. New words or phrases might not come easily at first. That's normal. Like tending a garden, your English skills grow with daily care and patience. Little by little, your confidence will blossom.
Celebrate every step you take. Saying your pricing out loud, writing a revision policy, or politely pushing back on a difficult request are all wins. Your effort matters, and it shows.
As you rest from this learning session, picture yourself in a quiet place, perhaps sipping your favorite drink, feeling calm and proud. Let these phrases settle gently in your mind. Tomorrow, you'll be ready to use them naturally in your freelancing conversations.
Keep nurturing your English like a friend, with kindness and curiosity. The journey never really ends, and that's the beauty of it. You're growing every day, and each conversation brings you closer to your goals.
Thank you for spending this time with us at Life Talk English. We believe in you and can't wait to hear about your success.
Now, take a deep breath, relax, and let your mind rest easy.